Hi, how's everybody doing today? We are back, ready for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's been nearly a month since I recorded, which is not. I need to get back into the actual recording of these videos, man. But we're ready for the Chinese Grand Prix, which is a weird one, to be honest. It's a weird track, because there's kind of two sides to it. There's the top half of the track, which is very twisting, turning, and then there's the back straight at the bottom. And I'm still not quite sure how to set up the car exactly. Obviously, the first two sectors you definitely want a slightly higher downforce to actually get around the corners. But do you risk having too much downforce and losing out on the back straight? Or do you put everything into that back straight, try to get the car to turn as responsively as possible through the corners, and absolutely fly down the back straight? That's the complication on this track. That's the problem that I have. So I think the practice session is going to be very, very important today. Very important. Oh shit, I forgot that this was a sprint weekend. Oh, that really fucks us up. Right. Right. So... Oh, they have got the new... Ah, okay, okay. So here's the format. This is a new format. So we only actually get one practice session, and it is soaked. As is the sprints. Right, so we need to... Right, so we need to pour all of our efforts into well, not winning, but trying to score points in the sprint, which is only top 8. What the hell? Ocon and Sargent racing in practice, what the fuck? That was nearly a crash. What the hell? That was nearly a crash. Gasly there, what the fuck? Okay. This is how you race. In the first few corners of China, you just try to send it around the outside. Send it around the outside of one corner. Depending on which side you're on. You really can send it through these corners. Yeah, I think running higher downforce is probably the way to go. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out. No, we're not gonna go out. Alright, that's it then. We're not actually gonna be able to get a qualifying run, because we've only got 2 tyres for practice. Okay. Just sprint weekend things. Okay.
Now here's something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole?
Well, I can tell you it probably won't be us. Oh, shit. Turning way too early for that. $35 what? $35 what? I think I can get into the 34s, you know. I think I can actually get into the 34s. Maybe not, maybe not in sprint qualifying, but maybe in the race qualifying, we might actually be able to get into the 34s. Oh. Oh, you're kidding. Oh. That's it. That's it for qualifying. That's it. Okay. Interesting. Well, alright, that's it then. There's nothing really more we can do. Because there's no way we're going to be faster on mediums. 13th? That's not bad. That's actually promising. Especially for the race. That is promising because we can actually go again in full race qualifying. We might learn a little bit about the car during the race that we can improve during the sprint. Maybe? We'll see. See what happens during the sprint because we might have a wet sprint and that could actually mess with some of the strategies.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Jackson, Magnussen, Albon, Ricciardo, Bottas, Joe, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Sargent, and Ollie Behrman. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Starting on the outside this time. Once again,
Okay, so our system checks are good.
I don't know
We
whether I
need
want to be
stay in
on the
formation and start
inside
bringing
going
the
into
car
turn
up to
1 or on the
temperature, please.
outside into
Get
the
some load into the
situation.
tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap.
Because we can dive down the inside in turn 3. Or 4. No, this is 4. That was close. That was close. That was fucking close. Jesus.
Okay, that's not
And
an ideal
finished.
placement in your grid slot. You're going to need a good launch at the race start.
Done it again. Oh, I forgot to say the thing. Yeah, there you go, lights out. Sitting right behind Stroll, who's getting a bit frantic. We're going to dive over to the inside to try and avoid a crash there. But around the outside of Stroll, and potentially around the outside of Perez, if we can get this hooked up. Down the inside, we've actually managed to make up 3 positions, I think. But I think there was contact there, I had no idea what was happening. But we did force our way through into 10th. We're not in the points just yet, but it's probably the highest we've actually been at the start of the Grand Prix. In a fantastic position at the moment, right behind Lewis Hamilton and the rest of the pack, who Hamilton's also in a position. So 10th, here comes Sergio Perez trying to get that position back. We're going to say absolutely not. Shut the door on him. And back off after the pack to try to chase down. But look at Yuki Tsunoda. Up in 7th, that's points for AlphaTauri. I mean, RB, sorry. Wrong name. Wrong name.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
And of course they're going to get DRS behind me, aren't they? You need to be very brave through the first few corners to try and make as much time as possible. We've got that higher wing. It's just down the straight that we're really going to suffer.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
That's not... That was not supposed to be a move on Lewis Hamilton. That was unbelievable. How the hell did we get away with that? We kind of dance about on the curb a little bit there, but... We get the fastest first sector as well. We absolutely sent it through the first few turns. Now right behind Fernando Alonso, who's just seeing Yuki Tsunoda, I think, lock up in front of him. I think, are we going to get DRS on Fernando Alonso? Yes, we are. I think we need to change when we use our battery down this back straight. We need to use it a bit later. Let's see if we can make anything up off Fernando Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda. Alonso and Tsunoda wheel to wheel battling here in China. And Lewis Hamilton is going to try and get back past us. He's going to send it down the inside, back on him. We are going to squeeze him out a little bit, but we are going to run wide. Can we get anything? Here comes Sergio Perez as well. This is a 5-car battle for potentially P7.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
This is insane so far. This is an absolutely unbelievable race. And it's all come from this battle between Alonso and Tsunoda. If we can potentially get involved in this, and we just need to get decent exit here, but here comes Sergio Perez. I thought it might have been Hamilton. But like I said, changing when I use the battery, and I think that is the right decision. To use the battery when we're under DRS. Come on. And Alonso this time staying behind Yuki Tsunoda. We're going to have to try and save the battery a little bit. But look at Alonso. Darting about trying to get past Tsunoda, trying to find a gap. But it's not going to come. Let's see if we can sneak by on the exit into turn 4. No, it's not going to happen. I'll sit behind Alonso. Is Tsunoda locked up again? Looked at it there. We are hoping to get involved. We're also hoping to keep Perez behind us. We need to try and get a better exit out of the corner. We're not going to miss out on DRS. Here comes Sergio Perez, and we've used all the battery trying to defend too early. That is a huge lunge. Very late on the brakes there, and Alonso's managed to get past Tsunoda. So let's see what Tsunoda does about that, if anything.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
See how that affects our race as well. Is Tsunoda slower than us? Was Tsunoda just holding up Fernando Alonso? If he locks up again, he's locked up twice, I think, so far in this race. Oh, look at that, a bit of a wobble from Tsunoda. Oh, and he spun! Oh, we just barely avoid that. Oh my god.
Okay, clear.
Jesus Christ. That was terrifying. Well, that's completely shuffled the order behind us, and we're in points. We're actually in the point in the sprint race. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Yuki Tsunoda just loops it in front of us, right in front of us on the exit of turn 4. Jesus. That was proper heart and mouth stuff. I don't know how the hell I managed to avoid it. Oh my god. That was nearly an enormous accident. That was so close. But look at how it shuffled the grid behind us. All we need to do now is just try to maintain pace for another 4 laps. And if we can catch up to Alonso, that would be a bit of a bonus. But with Alonso and myself sort of in free air, I don't see that happening. But I think we just need to hold off. Once again, look, it's another Alpine. Why is it when something happens, it's always Alpine? And thanks to a huge mistake from Tsunoda, he's had an absolute nightmare of a race today. He's been locking up all over the place. A mistake like that seemed only inevitable. But we've got Gasly behind us that we need to try and defend from. But we are driving to the best result of the season so far. And with potentially our first points of the season will only be 1. But if we can just replicate this, or even better, in the full race, this could be a really, really good weekend for the team.
It looks like rain is inbound and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the rain.
So I think that rain is going to come either on the very last lap or just after the race finishes. And we've managed to get to 5 seconds to Albon and Gasly, which Albon seems to have found half a second to Gasly now, could just drop him here. And we have really dropped back from Fernando Alonso as well. It's strange, we've dropped back from Fernando Alonso, but we've also gained time to the two behind us, possibly because they're battling.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Yes, it is. One lap till our first points finish, and it just happens to be in a sprint race. It's been an absolutely crazy first half of the race, with a bit of a slow burn for the second half. Max Verstappen is going to win the sprint race here in China. But come on, one corner to go before we can celebrate, because we've got our first point.
And that's the
Come
end of
on.
the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That is a point. And Logan Sargent got driver of the day. But that all came from a mistake from Yuki Tsunoda, spinning it right in front of us. Right in front of us. That was proper heart and mouth moment there. But that is a point. That is a point. Come on. Let's try and carry this momentum into the actual race now, because that is huge. Race to do.
Now here's something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole?
Great.
Okay, here's an
Fantastic.
update. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Do you want to over yourself, Marcus, or part of the plan? Broke too hard. Third one. Do I? Oh no. Oh. Oh. That could have been so much higher. What a lap. 34.3, I told you I could get into the 34s. I was damn nearly into the 33s. Damn nearly into the 33s. That would have been one hell of a lap. Oh, I'm disappointed, man. That could have been such a good lap. Hopefully, we've actually qualified in the points. 8. That's our best qualifying position so far, and it could have been P4 or 5. Had we not had that mistake right at the end, it could have been P4 or 5. Maybe even 3. Look at that, Lando Norris at the top as well. 33.6. Fucking hell. But we are comfortably in the points here. But yeah, moral of the story today. Don't be tempted just by a big long straight. Just because there's a big long straight on the track doesn't mean you can go for a low downforce setup. Don't get tempted. Just keep to yourself. And don't hit Yuki Tsunoda when he's spinning right in front of you. That was terrifying.
It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai. Northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. It played host to Formula One's 1000th Grand Prix back in 2019. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight before the cars break into the tight hairpin at turn 14. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Jackson, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Stroll, Albon, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Joe, Russell, Behrman, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
I thought there was a great.
Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I'm hoping not to, but you never know around the circuit. You never know what's going to happen. We're starting on the inside this time. We did actually have to dive to the inside last time out, so maybe we can just sort of sit here. Hopefully we don't get into any trouble. The thing is, I'm not expecting to be able to challenge these guys in turn 1. I'm expecting Piastri to just have to wave Piastri by here. And I think by the end of the race, by the end of the first stint, if the McLaren in-game is anything like it is in real life, that McLaren is going to come alive as our tyres start to get worn down, especially on those hard. Hopefully we can get a better grid position this time, and we can actually stop. And finish.
Okay, incredible parking there.
That's
nice
a really
That's
good
gonna give you the
position.
edge if you
That's
get
really
launch as
good.
the race starts.
That is basically just about
Okay,
as
so that's
far
the
as you
rest
can
of the
go.
grid forming up now. Be patient
without
and watch for
overshooting.
those lights.
Hopefully we can get straight to the inside of Hamilton. here come the 5 lights. The second time today. We haven't really got the best start. Here comes Gasly. And if we do make contact with Gasly, can we try and get it up the inside of Fernando Alonso? Actually, we might be able to. Up the inside of Alonso! We somehow find a gap! But there is contact there as Sainz kind of barges his way through. And here comes Oscar Piastri as expected. Was half expecting to wave this McLaren through. That's a mistake! Holy shit!
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car
Okay.
is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Okay, the officials have deployed the...
That's... Okay. Okay. It... Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh.
Far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
So. Well, that happened. That, was not supposed to happen. So what happened there? I don't really think I can explain this. That was a fucking disgraceful move. I knew that. I don't really know what I was thinking there, to be honest. That was such a terrible decision. Like, I could just imagine like every scenario. I either go into the back. I either go into Lewis Hamilton. I go into the back of one of the two cars going wheel to wheel. I was never gonna back out of that. Never. Not in a million years. I would never back out of that. But I think I just kind of got a little bit too eager with the prick and sort of just kind of tried to get me right for the move and just sent it up the inside. Kind of just praying that I'm getting make something out of it. And I kind of just went into Lewis Hamilton and spun. Not a good start to the race. But we've made up a single position. But here we go, for the third time since out of the Kirby goal. So that was our first red flag. 100% caused by me. I hope I haven't taken anyone out of the race, I don't think I have. But we're in a much better position now. A bit of contact with Lando Norris, a lot of contact with Lando Norris. Really try to barge our way through, it's not going to happen.
Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFT
And
if you need to.
let's try not to go into the side of Hamilton again. As we're going to try the same move, and it has worked, and now we're in the podium positions. It's worked this time, there's no cars in front of us, and Charles Leclerc, with 4 people leading the Chinese Grand Prix. And we're actually on the podium. It's not exactly clean.
This is our true place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres.
It's not exactly the
and get the most out of
cleanest
it. Come on.
of moves. It's not been the cleanest of races so far. Let's see if we can try and calm down a little bit. And this is going to be a very controversial podium if we can keep this position. I think it's a little bit controversial as it is. My reputation might be a little bit damaged here, but...
This is our true position. We're on the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint.
I've full sent it, I've gone for it. It was a mistake. Definitely should not have gone for that move. There's nowhere in hell I would be racing in real life. If I did that, I would probably be black flagged immediately for that. We've got away with it. We've got away with it today.
Okay.
But can we actually outpace one of the most dominant drivers in the history of the sport? And we have actually managed to get into his DRS.
Great work.
And I
That's
think
the
he's
fastest
dropped
lap
it.
of the race.
And we've got the fastest lap. Where the hell did that come from? Really was not expecting to be here at all this season. Wasn't really expecting to get points this season, but here we are. This could be a massive points haul if we can keep this position. And we might actually be able to challenge Max Verstappen of all people. It's been absolute chaos in China already, definitely caused by us. But we are right on the back of Verstappen. And somehow how the hell did he get DRS off Charles Leclerc? Where the hell did he get that from?
Right, keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead.
We are somehow gaining on Max Verstappen. Look at how close we get in the first few corners. If we just keep the speed and keep the exit out of the corner, we might actually be able to challenge it. Maybe before we even get to the back straight. Is this the move? Yes, it is. We make a lot of contact with Verstappen. I'm
Nice
not keeping
move.
that.
Good job.
I'm not keeping that. I'm really not happy with that. That is such a terrible move. That was so bad. I'm not keeping that. I feel like right here very easily could be an overtaking position. Overtaking opportunity. I'm going to go for it again. We do make contact again with Verstappen. We're going to get another warning. This is a big, very feisty battle with Verstappen here. But to be fair, it's Max Verstappen. You're not going to get much more, are you? This could be one of the better runs we've had on Verstappen. We're going to be able to get the move done here. There wasn't really anywhere else we could go there. And we're now 3 wide with the Red Bulls. It's Verstappen just kind of pushes off a little bit.
Okay, mate, that was an illegal manoeuvre. You've got to see
Where
that position or we'll receive
Where's
a penalty.
Verstappen? What the hell's got on here? I thought that was Verstappen going through. It's Sergio Perez and we've dropped right down. Look at the cars that we've been holding up there. And I think we really are back to square one, lap one. As we try the move on Carlos Sainz. Are we going to be able to get it? I don't think so. We're going to be able to get it up the inside. Here we've really sent it again, and Max Verstappen's going to fucking hate us after today. Because the amount of times we've sent it up the inside there and made contact with him, it must be about 3 or 4 times now. I cannot believe the game is letting me get away with this. I cannot believe I haven't been given a penalty on anything. This is probably the dodgiest driving I've ever done. Because we really are just sending it on everybody. We are just doing absolute Forza dive bombs on everyone at the moment. Here comes Max Verstappen. Is he going to push his rock? No. He's not gone for the move. He had every right to. I mean, come on, with the way we've been treating him. He has every right to do the same. And we did actually, we must have overtaken him off there. somehow. Here he comes. You know what? I'm gonna let you. Jesus! You know what? For how we've been racing today, we definitely deserve that.
Teammate by 0.7 seconds.
We definitely deserve that after how we've been racing. We've still got the rest of the race to go, but we can definitely make up these positions. Yeah, Science kind of just really just badged us out of the way. You know what? I'll admit, after how we've been driving, we absolutely deserve that. Because that was absolutely atrocious how we raced there. We are going to get DRS on the way, guys. Still. But I think we are starting to drop back now, especially to the cars on the hards. Gonna have to really push and try to get a really good lap in. I don't know if we've got any damage to the car or what. If I could actually have that information, please, Mark. Would be helpful. We're not going to get DRS down the main straight. Mark! Speak, please. Tell me something. Is there nothing wrong with the car? No. But the tyres could be better. Yeah, we've got an off-flex out of that corner. I don't know if we can get a DRS. And Gasly this time will not. I think we actually come in this lap. I think we come in this lap. I think this is where
coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
I think this is where the mediums sort of have had their time. And I think it's time for the hards now to get our grip back. Might end up undercutting a couple of people. See who we actually can undercut from who is in front of us. We're going to need to pull out a mad lap ahead of everybody else. It's now saying a 2-stop. Oh, because of yes. And somebody's been given a penalty. I've just seen. I think somebody's been given a drive-through penalty.
That was a fantastic
I'm surprised it's not me.
Faster than we were expecting. Ollie's in the pits. Ollie in the pits now.
These are people coming into the pits now. There might be some of the leaders as well coming in. No. No, I don't think any of the leaders have actually pitted at all. So here comes some of the other medium runners into the pits. Valtteri Bottas and Esteban Ocon. Still. Oh no, Oscar Piastri's coming. Oscar Piastri's coming. That's a surprise. Piastri's coming quite early. And now we are right behind Fernando Alonso, so we might have undercut a few people actually.
You're running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes.
So these two are actually going to be slightly faster than us for a while if we can just try to keep up with them. So they're going to be on fresh mediums, which is a faster tyre than the hards. Who is in the pits? Lance Stroll in the pits, and there's a few cars coming out. And it's Verstappen. We've just undercut Verstappen. He's on mediums. This is not going to be a fight that Max gives up very easily. And he's definitely going to come right back at us. And it has been a little bit of a grudge match between me and Max today. I don't think he's going to be very happy with us after this race, especially if we finish ahead of him. You can see Williams holding these two up. Let's see if we can make anything off that.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.6
It's Logan
seconds.
Sargent. Logan Sargent's holding up Alonso and Norris. For now. They're definitely going to get past him. Max Verstappen's coming. Max Verstappen's gone. But are we going to be able to get him back up the inside? Oh shit. Oh shit. I saw that coming from a mile
Okay, be
away.
careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
I saw that coming a mile away. This track is just kind of built for
Gap to your
dive
teammate
bombs and
behind,
two of them.
25.0 seconds.
Especially that last corner. Like, if you're not dive bombing in that corner, you're not doing it right. Oh shit. But we have got wing damage now, and I think that could really compromise our race. Sometimes turn one is a bit like that on some track. There's a yellow flag out of the blue. Oh dear! That's Logan Sargent and I can't see a thing. Sargent's engine's gone up. And if this causes a safety car now,
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
I'm gonna be
1.7
upset.
seconds.
because the safety car would really put it back in the race. There's a Haas up in this mix of cars here. Now that I think about it, we were very fast on the medium. Do you think we could box again and see how far we can come back? With 8 laps to go. No, we only have used mediums left, and they'll be very used. So that's I think that's it for us today. This is our only option. Oh no, it'll be the mediums from the start of the race. They won't be used at all. They'll barely be used at all. That might actually be a good idea. Is this even our true position? If we drop that far back? Is that how much chaos we've caused today? So yeah, what I'm gonna do,
Confirmed, we'll
Gonna come
receive
in.
you at the end of this lap.
and we're gonna put on those mediums. We're gonna put on those mediums. And we're gonna go off the end of the race on them. We're probably not gonna get anything out of this race anyway. We might as well try. See if we can get lucky. No, it's just taking fastest lap anyway. So yeah, let's see if we can get that back off it. Right then. We're back on the tyres that we like. Actually, let's have a look. We ought to have a look at them here. See what the wear's actually like. Yeah, it's not. These are basically fresh tyres. Oh well then. Let's see what kind of laps we can get. We're not going to be 20 seconds faster than everybody else, but if there is a safety car, we're going to be very dangerous. I think we just go for fastest lap actually. I don't think we're going to get it. We don't have DRS down the back of it. But look at how we've closed on Vermin.
Good job.
Oh, we've
That was
got
the
it.
fastest lap of the
We've
race
got
so
it.
far. And gap to the car in
We've got
front,
it.
2.7 seconds.
36.4, we've got it. This means nothing because we're not in the points. But we have got the fastest lap. That's cool. That's something to bring home with us, as well as that point that we got in the sprint. Do you know what I've just thought? I turned the diff down because I was expecting rain this weekend. We've not had any. So I've been driving like this with a rain diff on. We've actually found 10 seconds to Bottas. We've actually found a good amount of time for these two, Bottas and Magnussen. This actually could have worked if we pitted a little bit earlier. Crazy to think that we were actually on the podium at the start of this race. We're a back market team, like we have to get aggressive. Any points we can fight for. We fight as hard as we can. Sometimes that has to include some dodgy racing. I don't want it to, I don't like. Do not like dodgy racing, and I don't like how I've roasted it, but we have got a point, and it did actually, for a bit, get us onto the podium. You have to admit, it did work. Yeah, like I said, had I pitted a lap earlier, I might have actually been able to catch Bottas. But yeah, look at that gap, absolutely plummet through the corners. Is there any time left that we can find with these things? Can we get lucky and get both salvaged? Their mediums are going to be basically dead by now, surely. Their mediums are going to be dead. I don't know if we're going to find any more. But it was about 2 seconds a lap. And Charles Leclerc's going to win from... I can't remember where he started, but Charles Leclerc stayed completely out of trouble, managed to avoid the chaos that admittedly we caused. And he's won in China. We've got nothing left. Basically nothing left. Daniel Ricciardo really dropped down. Really dropped. But the mighty fall. We were very fast. Very fast at this weekend. We definitely should have got points, but
for Charles Leclerc as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
it wasn't in Monaco.
To overcome the difficult circumstances they face throughout this race today, Crofty, it's not easy, and it really shows a lot of maturity, and you can use this, you can draw on this as a driver moving forward and boost your confidence through the rest of the championship.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
The fact that Hamilton managed to get to that podium was a miracle. After the chaos that we've caused him in Lando. So, just to recap, points in the sprint, chaos in the race, and we end up 11th overall in the weekend. But yeah. So I think Max Verstappen hates me now, for good reason. But despite that, the fact that we've managed to get a point is huge. And that point could be really, really important for the rest of the championship. It could be the only point we get all season. But with the way we're going, I think this was a very, very good race for us. And I think we might be able to do something similar, because it is kind of a similar circuit in Miami, which I think is the next race coming up. So we'll see you then, and hopefully I'm a little bit cleaner that time.